Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercress, and let's play Mega Man X. The first of currently 8 games on this series. And, well, there's not really much that I want to change in the options. It's not like I can change anything and actually make it worthwhile, and all I can change the controls and I don't feel like changing that. So let's just go ahead and just go through this highway that for reasons that are basically unknown. Take care of that robot, which takes several shots to kill off. Want to be very careful with the crushers on these purple robots because they can still hit you if you don't hit them in the exact spot that you should. You can actually hit the crusher when you kill them off with a charged shot. They won't fall and do anything. And you want to be careful with those missiles that those robots shoot because the X-Buster shots will bounce off of them. And weapons energy I don't even need because I don't even have any weapons yet. And you want to take care of this flying larvae thing with combination of regular and charged shots from the X-Buster. Definitely do not want to be under that thing when it falls either because it'll be instant death if you are. Might as well go down here and get some energy pickups, and I thought I would need more than that, but apparently I don't. And you can actually hold the control pad towards the wall and press B repeatedly to wall jump. Just jump all the way up a wall, which is pretty good. You'll be doing that a lot in this game, and you'll be doing it a lot in the series as well. I want to keep this thing charged up as much as I possibly can. That way when I do see enemies, I can actually finish them off a little more quickly. And probably take them out in groups too if I need to. And I just took those two out at one time. And you want to be ready to fire away from charged shots with these cars. That way you can finish them off as possible while they're still going towards you. And we have already made it to the end of the intro stage already. The intro stage was actually a big deal because this was the first game in any part of the Mega Man series to actually do one. And there were only 6 games in the series, including this one at the time. The other 5 were the first 5 Mega Man games on the NES, so this actually came out between 5 and 6. At least that's what I want to believe. And Binding Bob can be a pain. You cannot destroy him at this point in the game, so you basically just keep on shooting at him just because you can. And when you run low on energy, just let that bolt that travels towards the floor Then he shoots from his shoulder cannon, hits you, and he'll capture you. He'll gloat. He meaning Vile, that's the guy's name. And this guy comes out to save you. This is Zero. You'll be seeing him quite a few times throughout the game, and you get to see even more of him throughout the series. And this is X's only speaking line in the game. Funny how the his movements and eye blinks, they actually match up both on screen and in the dialogue box, which I actually kind of like. And Zero basically just tells you to just go ahead and power up, which we're going to do. And that'll possibly happen. Yeah, you go do that and just leave me to fight what constitutes for robot masters while you do whatever you want, because I have the word Mega Man in my name. And this was this is the first one to have a much more complicated password system. The Mets here are a nice touch. Instead of putting red dots or blue dots in certain spots on a grid, and you only had like 5 dots to work with, here you have numbers. Right now you have like 3 rows of numbers to work with. But when 2 and 3 come out, they have 4 rows. Mainly because you're finding even more stuff in those games, but I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. Anyway, here is the Mavericks screen, not Robot Masters. The boss enemies that you get the weapon from actually have a different name here. You basically make your selection with the B button. Right now, we can just look at all the pictures of the stages, see where we're going to go. You can select any of the tiles with the B button, except for the Mega Man X1. That's going to be coming into play a little later. We got the map. Just move your cursor somewhere, and you'll see where you'll be finding that Maverick. And then spec is just the specifications. You basically see the height and weight as well as their attacks. And yeah, it's pretty useful. Anyway, to select a Maverick, just move to the one you want. Either press B there, or you can just move all the way to the screen in the center, and then press B while you're got that highlighted. As always, you will have to fight these things in specific order in order to make the boss fights, the Maverick fights easier. Right now, I'm going to do the one that makes the most sense and do Chill Penguin. He is one of 2 Mavericks that are easy to fight off with the Mega Buster. And music here is really, really good. A lot of people consider this to be like the best of the Super NES games. I consider all the Super NES games to be good. I like X4. X4 was awesome. I mean, if you were to ask me, X1 is great. X2 is halfway, is at least not halfway decent, but like at least really good. Okay, I need to say it a little better. X1 is fantastic. X2 is pretty good. X3 is pretty good. X4 was kind of up there with X1. X5 through 8, I haven't really played 6, 5, or 6. I didn't really like 7. I didn't really like 8 either. Actually, I haven't even played 8, so why am I saying that I like it? Anyway, you just fight off enemies, fight off the woodcutter enemies. just fight everything off, and then you'll eventually just reach this capsule, which you can't miss and you can't skip past. And inside is a holographic message from Dr. Light, which he has recorded for you in the past. And apparently he had the feeling that we were going to fight just like the original Mega Man did. Yeah, that obviously didn't happen. You don't say. How was this hidden? Ah. Alright, and when you enter this capsule, you will get the dash ability. To use it, either press A in the direction you want to go, or double tap left or right, depending on which direction you want to go. You'll be using those to make much bigger jumps than you could before, and this is basically X's version of the slide. In this game, you have to earn the dash ability in order to use it. But in later games, you start with it already usable. In other words, you start in X2 and beyond, you actually start with the ability to dash right out of the box. And you want to and basically just get on this, you just jump in and then hold up and B to get off. That's how you use the robot ride on her. Of course, Y lets you punch. There is something to the left there, but we won't be able to get it just yet because we don't have the necessary weapon to get the item. We will be doing some backtracking. And we got these things throwing snowballs at us, as well as snowballs rolling at us down hills. Thankfully, we're not very much further from the exit. As a matter of fact, we were right on it. And I want to keep my Buster charged so I can fight off Chill Penguin. That's one of the attacks, so they can make little penguins made out of ice. They can work the seals. You basically have to bust through those in order to get to him. Or he can just either slide through those or use the hook on the ceiling to basically send them towards the wall. And you also want to avoid those ice cubes that he spits out at you. And when he's sliding like that, you can't hit him, obviously. All your shots will just bounce off. And that's it for him. He's not a very challenging boss, thankfully. And beating Chill Penguin awards you with Shotgun Ice. This basically lets you shoot ice crystals, much like Chill Penguin did when he spat the ice at you. And whenever you beat a stage, you get a password, so you want to write it down. Yada, yada, yada. And with that, we are done with the first video of this. So, join me next time, where we go through another Robot Master, get their weapons, and then see where we go from there. So until then, this is Prince Watercrest. Take care, stay safe.